Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Glenn and I'm from Iglu Cruise. Tonight, I'm delighted to welcome Luke from Virgin Voyages, who's here to talk about the brand new Virgin cruise ships. If you've never experienced before, you're in for a treat and there's a lot to learn. So tonight, you can stay tuned to learn about the Virgin Voyages themselves, also to get a preview of our brand new 20% discount on certain sailings. We've also got an exclusive offer for extra onboard spend and port parking as well. So sit back and relax. And Luke, it's over to you.
Hi everybody, good evening, or good morning, or maybe even good afternoon. Wherever you're logging in and around the world, I just want to say welcome aboard and welcome to today's session. Or as we like to say in Virgin Voyages, AHOY! So my name's Luke, I am the National Training Lead for Virgin Voyages, and today we are going to explore reasons why you should set sail the Virgin Way. Now we're going to dive in, we're going to look at reasons why you should set sail the Virgin Way. We're going to look at reasons how you go and make the most of your time on board, by how you set sail the Virgin Way. And then we're going to look at the what and the when, like where can we go in the next couple of months with our beautiful lady ships. So we're going to dive in with that. So please stick with me as I take you through the content and we'll take it from there. All right, let's go. So first and foremost, before we actually even dive into the product and the brand, we've got to circle back and recognize our Virgin heritage. So here's a quote from Richard Branson. When a company truly thinks different, people notice. And then as they stand apart, in a meaningful way, people want to stand with you. So this is typical of Virgin businesses. What they do is they look for pockets within industry where the customer is feeling underserviced or is underserviced. And what they do, using their Virgin savviness and their attitude of changing business for good, is they look to elevate the customer experience in that area. And Richard Branson has openly said that he's wanted to start a cruise line for years. And it's a combination of wrong time, finances not being available, places in the shipyard not being available. Believe it or not, there are only a certain amount of places in and around the world that build ships. And there's a big, long waiting list to make sure that you can get in the slot and get building. So everything's all come together and we've managed to create a beautiful and amazing product here with Virgin Voyages. Richard Branson's openly said that he doesn't like cruising, and we have very sort of proudly said we're actually a brand that if you don't like cruising, we're the brand for you. And that's not to say if you do like cruising, you're not welcome. Of course you are, because those of you who are listening, you either are new to cruise, so maybe you have been on maybe one or two cruises and you kind of got the bug. Maybe there are some people who are cruise skeptics. They think the cruise industry has traditionally a certain type of customer and they feel like they don't fit that mold. Or maybe you're in the bucket of where you are a cruise industry expert. You absolutely live and love the products. You love being at sea. You love touring different destinations. Everything about cruising you absolutely love. And regardless of whether you sit in one of those three buckets tonight, doesn't matter. You are welcome aboard, and this is a cruise line for you because we've created a cruise ship that is lots of fun. We've created a cruise ship that's all about choice. It puts the choice of what you'd like to do back in the power of the sailor. And so regardless of whether you've been on ships, whether you haven't been on ships, we've created a voyage just for you. So what we should do is, without sort of giving too much away, let's have a look.
I made it through the wilderness. Somehow I made it through like a virgin, touched for the very first time, like a virgin. When your heart beats next to mine.
Amazing. How are you feeling from watching that video? It still gets me every time. I've watched it probably over 100 times, and you could argue that I'm probably quite biased, but it's a good job that video is still engaging and as captivating as it was the first time I watched it. I absolutely love it, and hopefully you're feeling something similar right now. Before we go anywhere, what I want to do is I just want to talk about the elephant in the room. Obviously, the pandemic and COVID-19 has impacted families across the world in many different ways, and businesses and organisations as well. And as we're learning to live in these sort of new, interesting times, I want to reassure you that Virgin Voyages has your safety as number one priority. At Virgin Voyages, we're safety firsters, and we've got a really great set of robust health and safety protocols that we call our Voyage Well programme that are designed with the safety of our sailors and our crew at the heart of it. And one way in which we utilise Voyage Well in our everyday sailing is we have something called Atmos Air Solution. What it is a partnership. We've got the similar air filtration system that you might find in maybe a hospital. And what it does is it not only delivers fresh air, but it also delivers treated air, killing 99.9% of viruses. And it's really clever because what we're able to do is we're able to isolate certain areas on the ship as well, and make sure that the air only flows within that certain section. So we are fully equipped and ready to go. So they say in order to travel to any destination, you kind of need to figure out where you're going to start from, right? And it's the same with delivering a voyage for our sailors. We want this to be one of the best weeks of your lives. That's the starting block. That's the aim. And we're setting the bar high. Yeah, we're not going to say it's going to be a good week. We're not going to say it's going to be a mediocre week. We're actually challenging ourselves, and we're positioning it as actually one of the best weeks of your lives. You might hear me, I'm starting to refer to people as sailors, and you might be wondering, well, who are you talking about? So when I say sailor, I'm actually talking about our customer or our guest or our passenger. For those of you who have been in the cruise industry, or who have been on a cruise ship, or have been cruising with other companies, you'll be familiar with those terms. Whereas what we like to do here at Virgin Voyages is we call our customers sailors, and we encourage you to embark on a voyage with us. And by doing so, we ask for two currencies from you. Two currencies. Number one is trust. That's the first currency. We ask that all our sailors put their trust in us, and we promise to make sure that this is one of the best weeks of your lives. Trust is made up of a few key things. Number one, credibility. Okay, do you know what you know? Can you do what you do? Number two, reliability. Are you honest? Are you true? And number three, intimacy. Do I actually know you as a brand? And all of that is completed over the perception that you're doing it for my personal gain and not your own. So trust can be sometimes quite hard to form, and also it can be quite easy to break. But I'll give you some reasons as to why you can put your trust in us as we go forward throughout this session. Number two, the second currency is cost. Okay, is cost. Cost, I guess, is the real C word. But when we talk about cost, kind of the golden thread that runs through everything that we offer and deliver on board and with Virgin Voyages is the V word. Now, let me talk about the V word. The V in the V word stands for value. Okay. Now, when I say value, some of you are probably immediately thinking, maybe you're thinking cheap, maybe you're thinking quantity, maybe you're thinking cheerful. Maybe it might even present a bit of nasty, a bit of naff. What we mean by the word value here at Virgin Voyages is we're not talking about cheap, nasty, naff, everything en masse. Value to us is delivering incredible quality that allows exceptional experience, and it's delivered at a price point worth paying. And when we have that mindset with us, it allows us to really drive home and really present true value in and around the ship. So one of the key pillars of setting sail the Virgin Way is that we have to understand that we are adult by design. No kids. No kidding. Not my kids who are asleep next door. not your kids, okay? Not anybody else's kids. So for parents that are looking to go away without their children, you're not going to go on a guilt trip. You're actually going to embark on a voyage and enjoy your holiday. And that's not to say that Virgin Voyages doesn't love children. We do love children, but we recognise that this holiday is just for you. You know, we create elevated experiences curated with the adult in mind, and we have created a place for your inner child to roam free. We're a luxury super yacht inspired vessel with the interior that kind of matches up with your boutique hotel vibe. So think sort of like the W Hotel. Think if you've ever been to Vegas, think the Cosmopolitan in Vegas. Our interior spaces wouldn't look too out of place in any one of those venues. Another great thing about being adult by design is that when you launch a product that is adult only, now remember adult only, okay? So it doesn't matter what the age is. We're more concerned with the attitude, how young at heart you are. We're not concerned whether you're 18 to 80. When you are adult only, the expectations of the sailor actually goes up, which is bizarre, right? But it's not when you think about it, because as a brand, we're no longer trying to restrict or tailor the product so it's flexible and appeals to both adults and children. What can sometimes happen is the quality of the product will actually increase. And you'll find that people are willing to pay more for a sophisticated experience that is curated and developed just for them. So by being adult by design, it's allowed us to have a real impact on the food options that we offer. It's allowed us to add bars in restaurants. It's allowed us to be flexible with our entertainment schedule. It's allowed us to even put hammocks in our cabins. It's also impacted the shore things, or what we call our shore experience excursions. So it really does. You'll find it's the golden thread that runs throughout the entire product offering. Adult by design. No kids, no kidding. So I mentioned just now that we're a luxury super yacht inspired vessel that has the inside that is kind of carrying that boutique hotel vibe, similar to the W or the Cosmo. Now, the reason why we're able to create such an amazing looking vessel is because of our design partners out there. So before we look at the actual places to stay and the places to play, I wanted to spend some time giving you a bit more of an understanding of why the ship is created like it is. You're not going to find any vast, great big atriums. You're not going to find any sort of multiple decks spanning walkways. What you're going to find is you're going to find a festival of choice that has all the options that you would find on some of your larger vessels, but without the feeling of mass, without the crowds, and without feeling claustrophobic with lots of people all around you. It's a collection of intimate spaces carefully designed to mirror a shore experience and bring that to the sea. So we've done that by partnering with 7 key design houses. Now, the great thing about these is there's a great thing for a couple of reasons. Number one, okay, it's really great because none of these design houses actually ever worked at sea. None of them have worked at sea, so you'll tend to find that the spaces don't really look and feel kind of like anything that you've seen before. Number two, we didn't just go with 1 or 2 design houses to help deliver the spaces on board, because we found that we didn't want these agencies to run out of energy and enthusiasm. But for an example, for any of you out there that have done any redevelopment or have remodeled your home or have decided to do a bit of home improvement, if you're doing a couple of rooms at a time, what you tend to find is your first room, okay, probably the lounge or the bathroom or maybe the kitchen, will have all your creativity in it. It'll be amazing. You'll be thriving. Let's paint the walls that colour. Let's get that piece of furniture. Let's get that fitting. That lighting would look absolutely amazing in it. And then what happens is over time, as you go through each room, your creativity kind of dwindles a little bit, and by the end of it, you end up in the office or the utility room, and you think, oh, just paint it white. I can't be bothered. Just get rid of it, paint it white, and be done with it. And sometimes that can happen when you are designing a venue en masse with lots of different spaces to fill. So we worked with 7 different design houses to help maintain that high level energy and maintain that high level of creativity. So by being adult by design, we've been able to create places to stay. And some of those places to stay are our clever cabins. So we're redefining your view of what a stateroom is. And our staterooms are sort of a modern yacht-inspired aesthetic with clever cabin technology that's more than just a place to sleep. So you can see from the pictures there, we've got the inside of the sea view, the sea terrace, and as I said, the Rockstar quarters. But the great thing about our spaces is that they are multi-purpose. So when you arrive, you'll see it in night mode or in bed mode. And if you would like to, what you can do is you can request assistance, or if you're brave, you can have a go at doing it yourself. You can actually request that the bed be turned into sofa mode. And with that, you're then able to have a space in which you can welcome people back to your cabin and entertain. Our Rockstar quarters, they're more for our the premium end of the budget. So if your price point is more of the luxury end, then our Tom Dixon designed suites are going to be right up your street. But the great thing is we have got a cabin suitable for any type of price point, for any type of travelling party. So whether you're a solo traveller, whether you're a couple, or whether you're a group, we've got the space just for you. And probably our most popular cabin would be the sea terrace. So over the ship, 93% of our cabins have sea views. 86% of them are actually sea terraces. And the great thing is the solo options are available at no extra premium, which is really great. What you'll also find in the cabins is you'll find this little tablet, which is amazing. The tablet is great because it's technology that enhances the experience, not trying to fight for centre of attention. And a way in which it enhances the experience is you're able to control the climate, you're able to control the lighting, so you can change the mood in the cabin there. You can select some pre-prescribed moods that we've curated there for you, so feel free to have a play. You're able to control the curtains. You can even request towels, or even control the films that you watch on the large flat screen TV that you'll find there. So not only have we got places to stay, but we've actually got some fantastic entertaining spaces allowing you to have places to play. You're never going to get bored on our lady ships. I promise you'll never get bored. So whether that's from the social club where you can go and enjoy a relaxed game vibe, or if you want to enjoy one of our two main entertainment spaces, the Manor, which is our 2-deck spanning nightclub, which is arguably, in fact, no, it's the best nightclub at sea. Or if you want to embark on a show at our Red Room, which is our theatre inspired venue, we've got the place just for you. Wow, what a tour that was in and around the ship. So that video was filmed during our summer soiree series on board Scarlet Lady in Portsmouth. And the great news is that we've got a brand new ship, Valiant Lady, coming this March. It's going to be sailing from Portsmouth again. And the even better news is the spaces and the feel of the ship will be exactly the same. Just brand new. So if you've already been on the ship, you've got lots to look forward to, lots of memories to revisit. And if you haven't been on the ship before, lots of great places to explore and discover. So before I move on and talk about how we activate all these spaces, I want to show you just some ship facts. That's a ship with a P, not another letter. But ship facts, okay, your shiponomics. And for those of you who love detail, love the analytical side of things, 86% of our cabins have sea terraces. 90% of our cabins have ocean views. So it's a huge percentage of our cabins that have constantly have views of the ocean. So you can never forget the fact that you're at sea, which is great. We've got 20 plus bars, 20 plus injuries. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. But we've got Caribbean, Mediterranean and transatlantic itineraries as well. We've got single-use plastics, 0%, which is great. And for those really deep in the world of interesting facts, we've got 3 here that you can whip out at your next dinner party. Each one of our lady ships weighs around 110,000 tons there, which is the equivalent of 9,000 London buses. It's a crazy measure. The amount of cable used throughout our ships is 3,500 kilometers, which is roughly 2 times the length of the Atlantic Ocean. And then the total amount of electricity produced on board is 48,000 kilowatts, so enough to power a small city. So there you go. There's some interesting facts there. So you may well have seen in the bottom left-hand corner of my previous slide, over $600 of value included in the voyage fare. What that's doing is that's actually making a reference to this, the On Us offering. So at Virgin Voyages, we pride ourselves on being transparent with our pricing. We want to make sure there's no hidden costs, there's no hidden fees or any sort of nasty surprises. The price you see is the price you pay. So we've come up here with our On Us offering that delivers $600 worth of value. That's always included in every voyage fare. And remember, the value is the real V word, right? It's the real V word. And value at Virgin Voyages, remember, means incredible quality, delivering exceptional experience at a price point worth paying. So let's talk a little bit more about this On Us offering. Number 1 is all your food included. So no matter where you're eating on board the ship, it's on us. It's part of the offering. It's all included. So if you decide you want to go to one of our specialty dining venues, and I'll talk more about those in just a minute, you're not going to leave with a nasty surprise or a big bill that you weren't necessarily expecting. Number 2, all tips are included. So this is great. So remember, the price you see is the price you pay. So what sometimes happens is you'll go there, you'll see the price, maybe your beer is sort of $5 or $6, and then you'll go and get the receipt, and then you'll see, oh, there's a $2 tip. So it's actually $7 or actually $8. All tips are included within the voyage fare. So that's a way in which we're making the seafarer for both sailors and crew. The reason why we're making it fair for crew is because we're paying them a fair wage. We're making sure that they have an environment where they can thrive and deliver service that's heartfelt and genuine and not sneaky or designed to try and be false, to try and get as much money as they possibly can. And it's another great way for our sailors to take advantage of, because our sailors, are not going to feel like they're nickel and dimed. They're going to feel like the service they're receiving is heartfelt. It's genuine. It's designed to create genuine, trusting, playful relationships. that are not going to be taken advantage of and demand a tip at the end of their service. Unlimited Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi is a basic human right these days, isn't it? So what we do is we include unlimited Wi-Fi as part of the voyage fare. Entertainment. So let us entertain you. That is included within the voyage fare. So whether that's from one of our shows in the Red Room, whether that's entrance to the Manor, which is our two-deck, our two-deck spanning nightclub, it's on us. Group workouts, they're also included. So for those of you who are concerned with a bit of detoxing, so we'll talk more about retoxing and detoxing later. But for those of you who are concerned with detoxing and you want to take advantage of some of our group workouts, that's on us as well. And last but not least, basic bevies. So basic bevies is on us as well. So basic bevies is our still and sparkling waters. It's our soft drinks on board, and it's also our drip coffees and our basic teas. And when I say soft drinks, I'm not talking about sort of your cheap and nasty brands. This is top quality brands. You know, we're delivering Coca-Cola. And also you tend to find with our basic bevies is that because we're offering water as part of the offering, we're not charging sort of $2 to $3 for these nasty little plastic bottles that you have to then go and refill. Instead, what we've got is we've got plenty of refillable stations around the ship. So expanding on the On Us offering allows us to talk about why we are a foodie's paradise. And remember, all food's on us, okay, including all speciality dining. So it's all included within the voyage fare. Remember, $600 worth of value. The price you see is the price you pay. So we're a foodie's paradise. And why are we a foodie's paradise? Well, we've partnered with some famed restaurateurs and Michelin-starred chefs. We've decided to ditch buffets. Okay, so you're not going to find a buffet on board. We've ditched preset dining times, and we bring to you made-to-order food that's prepared fresh with vibrant flavours, with ever-evolving ways to help you experience the food that we deliver. We've elevated and diversified our menus while minimising waste by only cooking what's been ordered. So 20 plus eateries, okay, they're all on us, and there's a bar in every one of them, which is great. And as I said, there's no buffets, all right? So there's no buffets, no main dining halls, and no assigned seating. So you're not going to have the stuffiness that sometimes can happen when you have those grand dining halls with those multiple sets of cutlery and you think, oh my goodness, which one do I pick up and eat the salad with? We're not going to have that. It also means that we don't have any single-use plastics on board either. Every eatery has its own kitchen, which is great. It's got its own galley, and every restaurant also has its own executive chef. It's got its own chef team, and it's also run like a restaurant that you would see on shore. All our food is made fresh and made to order, and it's never mass produced. Sometimes what happens with some lines is you'll go to a speciality dining venue and you'll select to have the salmon, and then suddenly, within 30 seconds, the salmon arrives. It's because maybe on that line you might tend to find there's only one or two sort of central galleys and all the food is made there, and then it just goes to the different venues. So what you're doing is you're actually not paying for quality, you're paying for the same meal that you may well receive in a buffet, but you're just receiving it in a separate environment. So with us, remember, for value, we talk about incredible quality, delivering exceptional experience at a price point worth paying. And remember, the price you see is the price you pay. We are a foodie's paradise. And I'll tell you more about that within our little breakout session that should be available as well. Perhaps another reason to love the On Us offering is our incredible entertainment. So we're swapping classic kind of Broadway productions for exhilarating, contemporary and immersive entertainment. You've got the opportunity also to choose. So we describe sometimes our entertainment offering as a festival of choice. So we've got a lineup of shows and happenings in and around the ship And it's your choice what you'd like to do. Sometimes what you tend to find is the choice is you either opt in or you opt out. If you opt in, then you've got a curated list of entertainment. And if you go to one thing, you go to this. And then if you decide to opt out, there's not really anything for you to do. The great thing is we're almost like, imagine us being a bit like Glastonbury at sea. If you choose not to go to one event, it doesn't mean that you opt out from doing nothing. It means that there's something else that you might potentially like to get involved with instead. So the great thing is, instead of being surrounded by people that are just turning up to an event because really there's nothing else going on, you're actually surrounded by like-minded people. So you enjoy the experience even more. So we've got things, we've got venue spaces that actually allow us to create shows that are really flexible in terms of their approach. So the Red Room is our larger-than-life entertainment space, and it's the first ever transformational multi-form theatre at sea. The reason why that's so good is because we're able to offer different types of productions in there. Remember, we're moving away from the classic Broadway production. Our most popular show by far at the moment is Dual Reality, which is a modern acrobatic take on the traditional love story of Romeo and Juliet. I've seen it a couple of times. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I want to see it every time I get on board. So not only do we have sort of the Red Room to deliver our main shows, but we also have the Manor, which is our 2-deck spanning nightclub, which is, arguably, in fact, no, I'm going to be biased here. It's the best nightclub at sea. It looks incredible. You've got to get on board and you've got to experience it. But all our venues in and around the ship offer interesting entertainment. And actually, depending on the time of day, will depend on whether it's dialed up or whether it's dialed back. And what you tend to find is with some lines, you'll have moments where it hits sort of 10 o'clock at night and then the entertainment starts to dwindle down. Then there's only sort of 1 or 2 venues that are open. All our venues are going to be open past 12 o'clock and you will find that some venues actually only start waking up sort of around sort of 10 or 11 o'clock. So whether you want to go to bed, which is absolutely fine, or if you want to have a night out on one of our lady ships, we've got just the thing for you. And you can also find a little bit more about our entertainment in our short little snippet as well. Now, I want to put the myth to bed here, or the common misconception that Virgin Voyages is just a party ship. It's just a place just to go and have a great time. You know, it is a place to go and have a great time. But instead of us being classed as a party ship, I actually want to change the perspective here. And actually, we're a ship that's concerned with well-being. Okay? And what we do is we present opportunities for people to retox and detox. Okay? So for the do-nothings, the do-somethings, or the do-everythings, our approach is well-being. You do whatever works best for you. What's the saying these days? You do you, boo. Yeah, you do you, boo. So with free group workouts and outdoor fitness spaces, we're redefining how you take care of yourself at sea. You know, we've got places like the Redemption Spa. We've got the Runway, which is our running track up on deck 17. We've got the Perch, which you can use for yoga at sunrise. We've got a boxing ring out on deck 16 there. We've also got indoor facilities such as our B complex, places to sort of bulk up and build on your muscles, or places to bike and to burn and to work on your cardio. Those are some places that you might find that you want to detox, to sit back and relax and take in the world and take in the view at sea. But then there are also places to retox, which is our entertainment spaces on board. So we're not just a party ship, but actually we are a health and well-being ship focused on delivering a proper dose of vitamin C. So there you are. Yeah, you've seen some reasons as to why you should sail the Virgin Way, how we activate some of our spaces on board. What I want to do is I want to talk to you about what's coming up over the next coming months. So let me talk to you about Valiant Lady's UK debut in spring 2022. So first of all, this is a brand new ship, and we've got 3 key itineraries that I really want to share with you today. It's the 3-nighter, which is a long weekender to Zeebrugge. And please don't quote me on my accents here. It's an 11-nighter coast to Canary Islands in Spain and Portugal. And it's our 12-nighter, which is our late nights in Portugal and Spain as well. So let's have a little look at each one of these itineraries in a little bit more detail. So the long weekender in Zeebrugge is a great opportunity for anybody that's never kind of experienced a cruise before, but is thinking about maybe dabbling in the cruise holiday market. It's 3 nights. It's an amazing little trip just across the channel, with a day at sea and a night stop in Zeebrugge. And it's a great opportunity to take advantage not only of Zeebrugge, beer, chocolate. I'm sure there are other things that Bruges is renowned for, but also it's a great opportunity to enjoy Valiant Lady on a 3-nighter there without the pressure of feeling like you're on board for such an extended period of time. The great thing is about this itinerary is it's going to be our mermaiden as well. So we're going to have our maiden voyage, our maiden launch with Valiant Lady in the spring. So our second itinerary that we want to talk about is the coast to Canary Islands, Spain and Portugal. So this one is an 11-nighter, again, open to everybody. Remember, we're adult by design, so regardless of your age, regardless of how you are, you're welcome aboard. So it's an 11-nighter with a night stop in Lisbon, and it's a great way to coast down to the Canary Islands and back and enjoy everything that Valiant Lady and our destinations have to offer. And then last but not least is the late nights in Portugal and Spain. So this is a 12-nighter itinerary, and what it does is it follows a similar route to the coast of the Canary Islands, but what it is it's a repositioning cruise as well, and it takes Valiant Lady from what will be her home port in Portsmouth throughout the duration of the spring sailing series, and she'll then reposition over to Barcelona, where she'll then operate for the summer season there. So then for summer 2022, just coming up, we've got Valiant Lady. She'll be operating from our home port in Barcelona. Then we've also got another ship. God, look at that. They're like London buses. You wait for one and then 3 come along at once. So we'll have Scarlet Lady over in the Caribbean. We'll have Valiant Lady in Barcelona. And then we'll have Resilient Lady in Piraeus in Athens later on this year as well. So that brings an end to the session, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the extra videos that we've created for you. Have a great evening, and I look forward to seeing you on board very soon. Ahoy, sailors!
Thanks for that, Luke, and I'm sure you'll agree those ships look absolutely fantastic, and I bet you can't wait to get sailing with Virgin Voyages. Okay, remember, Luke's around today, so comment and he'll answer any questions you may have. And of course, today you can take advantage of our exclusive offers that we have, which of course include the onboard spend and our free port parking. So make sure you visit the website. Your exclusive offer goes live on Monday, the 15th of November, but it only lasts for 2 weeks to the 29th. So you've got to get booking as quick as you possibly can. And please quote AHOY at the time of booking. I know it sounds silly, but that will give you those perks as well. So let's just have a quick recap of exactly the promotions that we have for you today. So first of all, we've got that 20% saving on sailings, on selected sailings, starting in spring 2022. We've got our 3-day cruises starting at $409 per person, and our 11-day cruises starting at $1297 per person. Of course, when you pay $300 bar tab, we're also going to give you another $100 to put behind the bar as well, which is a nice little saving for you. We're going to give you port parking down at Portsmouth, so that takes another cost away. And of course, depending on the cabin you book, you've got the chance to get an extra $200 on board spend. But you've got to be fast, guys. As I said, you've got 2 weeks to get booking on this and chance to get on Valiant Lady sailing spring 2022. So get out there, enjoy your cruising, and thanks very much. Cheers.